Hi guys, it's me Karen from Karen's Intuitive Jewelry. Hope you guys are doing well and got through that long Labor Day weekend celebration. I am going to demonstrate today how to make these really cute little witches brooms out of the black kyanite that I picked up over the weekend at the local St. Pete gem show. Aren't they cute? This is one of the little fans, and it's this one I just did with bare copper wire that you can get at your local hardware store, so that bare copper, you can do the patina of it. So this will be like an aged copper, and then I'll polish it to bring out a little bit of the highlights in it. But yeah, so you can get a whole roll of this. This is 18 gauge. I got it probably at Home Depot, but you can get it basically anywhere for $4 or $5 for 25 feet, and it's just dead soft round bare copper wire. And then this is a 24 gauge. And I don't remember where I got this from. It might have been one of the craft shows, but 24 gauge is another one that you can get at your hardware store. And it's pretty thin, which I did a little bit of extra wrapping because I wanted to put this little star on it, and I kind of ran out of wire. I didn't measure this one because they're all going to be a different size. So you just kind of have to eyeball it. So I'm going to do another one with the copper. But I also dug out my Parawire, and this will be silver. I think I'm going to use that on this one since there's some white inclusions, and I thought maybe that would be pretty on this particular one. So let's get started with this one. And also on this one, I did not use gemstones. I just used these cool little iridescent glass beads that have some Halloween colors in them. But the next two I'm going to use, I've got a larvakite. I think I'll use on the bigger kyanite. And on this one, I'm going to use some smaller, same size as these, but these are faceted labradorite. So that's what's going to go on this one. So, as I said, you just kind of got to guesstimate. And I'm going to go with maybe, what is this? Let me measure it. I think it's about 2 feet, but let's see. No, let's see. But I think I will pull off 2 feet just so I have enough. But you can do 22. Again, this is longer than the other one, so I think 2 feet is way too long. Let me see. Sorry, guys. I don't think I want more than 20. We're going to go with 22 inches. And that's probably going to be too much, because this is not a wide fan, but it is longer. And I straightened it a little bit, but you don't have to be obsessed over it, because again, we're going to be manipulating it. But I want to create the bail at the top, which is just a simple wrapped loop. I'll use my bail making pliers, and I'm going to do, and I apologize, I can never remember. Okay, so it's the 4th step from the smallest. So that's the smallest. So that's 1, 2, 3, the 4th step up from the smallest. And I'll leave about 2 inches from the end so I can do my wrapped loop. So you just wrap it around this way, right? And you can take it off. So there's your loop. Now we're going to put this loop end, in my bent nose pliers, and you know I'm using Xuron. Pliers for the most part. And then starting it with my finger, then I'll use my pliers because I want these tight. And you can make as many loops as you'd like. I made four loops. Cut it off flush, hold it so don't go flying, and we'll tuck that down. You can, if these got a little spaced out, we can scrunch that back together a little bit. I want to just make these as neat as possible, right? So there's your wrapped loop, and that'll be your bail. Okay, and I said we were gonna use the larva kite. So I'm gonna put on, and again, you're just playing and guessing. You can change your mind. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Some of these are not fitting. And I have such fun finding the holes. Oh, darn it. Well, of course, you know, that's one of the things you have to make sure. And I did check some, so I know some of these fit on here. See if I can find the ones that did. See, that one does. But it's tight, so I'm going to just go with the glass beads again. And to solve that, now I know these larva kite will fit because they're a much bigger bead. This is it's probably a 10 millimeter, but it could be an 8. So 8s for sure will fit easily. This is a 6, and because it's faceted, and I probably purchased it from a more reputable, it's got a much smaller hole on it. But we'll just go with the glass beads. That's always something you have to be mindful of when you're playing with beads. Now on that first fan I did, I think I only used 6. Yeah, used 6 beads, but see how much smaller that fan is. So I'll probably at least start with 6 and have a look and see if I like the look of it, if it'll be long enough. Yeah, I think that's fine, because I don't want the broom part to be so big. And I apologize for all this swapping of hands. It's a pretty long piece of wire. So this is probably the trickiest part, is to get the wrap started. And you want to just try to get it as close to the beads as possible, but leaving a little bit of room, because we're going to be wrapping in between there, so we do want a little bit of room. And as you can see, the Kyanite can be a little bit fragile because it's shaped, it's in its natural form, and it's shaped like it's got feathering, like a fan they call it. So this is the tricky part. So you hold it as tight as you can. This is the back, and then we want to bend it to start it around. Right, and you can check it. This will be somewhat, malleable, so we can manipulate it. and then just wrap it around. You come over here and you can just do a little loop on the front. Sorry. Just trying to do another little loop here. And then we'll go back up. And I think I want to try and put some of these smaller little beads across the front. Let's see if that'll work. I don't think I've ever tried that in the past. That's if they'll go on. Let me check it. So these littler beads did not fit because the hole was too small and actually broke one. So I went to get some copper because I wanted to try this. And so you just continue, and you're going to keep in mind it gets a little tough because again it's going to be getting work hardened, but you just kind of continue the wrap and don't worry too much about that because I'm going to make it pretty bulky right here because I'm going to use the smaller gauge to wrap up here. And then add maybe a little star down here. So I'm just gonna kind of wind this around and end it where I can kind of tuck it in. I think back here is a good spot. So we will cut that off. Tuck that in. Being mindful that nothing's pokey sticking out that you can get cut on. And I'm not looking for perfection. These are witches brooms. And witches brooms are usually homemade. As you know, and crooked and all kinds of stuff, so you can really be as playful as you'd like. And now I'm going to cut off, I don't know, about probably 18 inches or so of this 24 gauge. Again, playing with it, and this is so cheap you don't have the worries of waste so much as you would with, say, sterling silver or even the tarnish resistant. I try to be mindful of waste. But again, that's probably about 18 inches. Probably won't need any more than that. Gave it a little straightening. And I'm gonna, as I said, use it to attach the little star down here and then to cross wrap some of this. So I think I'll basically just need to get this going here, wrap it within this big one, this big wrap, and then we're gonna move up the bead. And so cross over the bead, go around, cross over the bead, go around. You've seen me do this before in bracelets. It's a nice little effect. until you get up to the top, right? And then you just wrap it around, and you can make this bulky up here. Okay, so there's that effect. Then we're going to come down, back down here. Let's see. We're going to feed one of our little stars on. And the way these are drilled, usually there's a drill in the top and one of the peaks, and then out the bottom. So if you have a particular way that you want this to lay, you can be mindful of that. But of course, we're going horizontally, so not like it'll much matter. But I always tend to feed it from the top. And these are really cute because they're a little bit iridescent. You can see it kind of shining. And I want it to lay decent up here. And then you're just going to wrap this around. Feed it through here. And then we can kind of wrap it around here and pull it and tuck it in, cut it off and tuck it in, kind of to hide it. Maybe 3 times. And we'll cut this off. Feed that around here, kind of twist it so it's gonna be tucked in underneath the wire, but inside, so you can't feel it or see it. So there's that one. We'll do the same thing up here. Cut this off and tuck it in up here within the bigger wrap so you don't see it or feel it. And there's that one. Cute. Okay, I'm going to make the other one out of silver and I'll come back and show you. And here we go. Finished the silver one as well, and obviously it's much larger. So the way I oriented it to hang is kind of like this, hang from your neck at an angle. So it's so heavy. And I've seen some cute pictures of girls wearing it just like this. It's pretty long. A real statement piece. So yeah, 5 inches long. But I think it turned out really cute. I was able to find tinier beads that had bigger openings. And so this is with the silver Parawire non-tarnish. Yeah, I like it. I, would only wear it certain times, but, and then y'all saw this. This was the first one. which is probably my favorite. I like the smaller one. Here's kind of a medium one. This was the one I demonstrated. And these both are patina aged copper with the liver of sulfur. So you can see the difference in size. This medium one's probably 3.5 inches, right at 4 inches. And then the little one is 3.5. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. They're fun to make and easy. Don't take much time. And like I said, this getting it started is the toughest part. For me, anyway. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And until next time, bye.